It's Ashley Paduska Peoples back with your 2022 land values update. We've got a recap with all the results from 2022. We've got weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly results. So let's get into it. We've got lots to talk about. Let's start by taking a look at the week by week chart. The chart shown on the screen here is what we use when we track the weekly auction results. So you can see in the first part of the year, January, February time period, there was a sharp drop. There weren't as many auctions happening in January and February, and we had some lower dollar per CSR2 averages. I think the lowest was maybe $107 per point. And then we quickly rebounded and we had a little bit of fluctuation throughout the year. Overall, I would say we've remained relatively stable. Most of the weeks were within $175 to $185 per point. So that is our week by week chart. Now let's talk about December's results. In December, we were able to track 127 tracts or 13,356 acres. Shown on the screen here is our month by month chart tracking from January to December of 2022. So this gives us a monthly snapshot of the year. As a reminder, that blue line across the top represents the average dollar per CSR2 point. The dark gray bar represents the average gross dollar per acre, and the light gray bar represents the average dollar per tillable acre. So our average dollar per acre was 12,209, and the dollar per tillable was 14,625. The dollar per CSR2 point was up 1% from last month and up 2% from quarter three's average. From 1 year's time, December 21 to December 22, we were up 5%. The end of December also brought the end of quarter four, 2022. Shown on the screen here is our 5 years historical data of tracts sold and average dollar per CSR2 point per quarter since 2018. 2022 quarter four had an average dollar per CSR2 of $182 per point, and we saw 357 tracts sell, or over 36,000 acres. The average dollar per acre was 12,125. Average dollar per tillable was 14,427, which was no change essentially from quarter three and up 7% from quarter four of 2021. Now, we had a large amount of auctions, 357 tracts. I would say still, historically speaking, is a lot of auction activity, but we were down quite a bit from quarter four of 2021, which was 584 tracts selling that quarter. That's it for our 2022 Iowa auction results. It was a crazy year in auctions. We had a lot of auction activity and some historically high prices. There were two farms that sold for $30,000 per acre. One was in Dubuque County, just outside Dubuque city limits, so we didn't include that one in our dollar per CSR2 point averages, as it may have had some residential or commercial influence. The other $30,000 per acre farm was a Sioux County cropland farm. There was also a Lyon County farm that sold for $356 per point, which is almost twice as much as the overall average. So we had some record breaking sales from 2022, and it'll be interesting to see what 2023 brings. We also had a lot of auction activity. When in 2018, 2019, and especially 2020, relatively low auction activity compared to what we've been seeing the last two quarters of 21 and the entirety of 2022. So it'll be interesting to see how that activity continues through 2023. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. That's it for this 2022 Iowa Land Values Report.